Hello, alchemists. I want to talk to you about the full moon that we have in the sign of Capricorn today, June the 29th. And it's happening along with other astrological events that are very important. So I'm going to try to summarize these energies in this video because we're not only going through the full moon in Capricorn, which is happening at the 8th degree of Capricorn and the sun in Cancer. The moon is also exiled. It's also in a detriment in Capricorn. So I'm going to be talking about that. But also, we have Mercury going retrograde at 26 degrees of Cancer, which will be until July the 23rd. And tonight, Jupiter is also going from Cancer into Leo, which is a 1-year transit. All these energies are happening at the same moment of the full moon today, June the 29th. So it's a very, very exciting but also intense energies that we're going through. July is definitely one of the most intense months of the year. And this is something that we were able to see for a long time in this year. So we're just basically in the eye of the storm that, thanks to astrology and to all the tools that we can have access to, we can go through these moments with more awareness and more consciousness. So the moon in Capricorn is in a territory that is not very comfortable because it's the opposite of its energy, but it's also its complementary energy, and it's very important for the moon to connect to Capricorn in order to elevate its consciousness. Generally, the moon is an energy that connects more with the comfort zone, with the things that are safe and secure, which is important for the development of us as human beings. Like when we're children, we need a safe container, which can be our parents, can be the home, can be the teacher, the school, things that provide emotional safety for that child to grow in a safe environment and to be a healthy adult, which would be that energy of Capricorn, that stage of awareness that comes after navigating the other signs that go after Cancer to reach Capricorn and to become that healthy, aware, responsible adult that has the capacity to go out into the world by himself, by herself, and do the things that they need to do. So that is something that the moon in Capricorn is like, kind of like in this mature or needing to grow into that mature energy of Cancer. So in this full moon, we are reminded of our inner capacity and our inner ability to go out into the world as adults, to do what we need to do responsibly. This full moon is happening also with a square. It's a 90-degree angle to Saturn. It's not happening exact, but it is in a square to Saturn, which is the ruler planet of Capricorn, and Saturn is in Aries. Also, the sun and the moon are squaring Neptune at 4 degrees of Aries. So these angles, these squares, these tensions to Neptune and Saturn are reminding us of the importance of connecting to ourselves, connecting to that inner master that is able, is capable, it has the resources to do what we need to do. It is also a reminder that we can be that which we tend to seek outside of ourselves. We had the Saturn-Neptune conjunction in February of this year, and that was the beginning of a seed that reminds us that we are here to save ourselves and not to seek an external savior to get us out of whatever we have created for ourselves. Because at the end of the day, we cannot put the blame outside of ourselves for what we're going through. Whatever has happened to us in the past has been a choice of our soul. And whatever that experience may have been, if it was traumatic, if it was painful, whatever it is, it's valid that we go into that wound, and it's valid to feel whatever the message that needs to give us. But we need to understand also that it is part of our responsibility as human beings to contain ourselves and to be our own saviors in this world. So the beautiful energy about this is that also Saturn is doing a trine with Venus that is in Leo. So this trine can soften the heaviness that sometimes this earth sign of Capricorn can bring. And the trine to Venus in this fire signs is more about enjoyment, about connecting with the things that life brings that are like simple, and that they can be also joyful, like dancing, like going out, like connecting with other people, like doing art, like connecting with ourselves, the things that perhaps we like to do as when we were children and we forgot about it, and we can bring that enjoyment in these moments with this energy as well. We have another important energy under this full moon, which is Mars. Mars is at 0 degrees of Gemini, and it's conjunct Uranus at 3 degrees of Gemini, squaring the nodal axis, the south node at 1 degree of Virgo and the north node at 1 degree of Pisces. So when Mars comes into contact with Uranus, it can create a lot of disruption, but the disruption can be a good thing. It can be like this energy of earthquake in a way. It's like the floor beneath us is shaken by something that is unexpected, but it can also be good in order to make changes that are needed for the evolution of our souls here on Earth. So I would say it's good with this Mercury going retrograde to look back. The last 6 months, we had the new moon in Capricorn in January of this year. So it's a good moment to look back and see what is it that life has been trying to teach me. What is it that life has been trying to show through the experiences the experiences that we've had. And if there's any experiences that we're going through that are shaking our ground, maybe it's because life is telling us, okay, it's now a moment to make a change, to take another direction, to go a different way, to do things differently, to change the pattern. This is happening in a square to the south node in Virgo, which is this message about looking at the systems that are in place, looking at the belief systems, looking at how we do things, and see if the way in which we are doing those things are benefiting us or are impacting our health, are impacting our well-being. And so making changes. These are mutable energies: Gemini, Pisces, Virgo. So yeah, we're going through a moment of a lot of changes collectively, and this can bring about, feeling overwhelmed, feeling fear, all these things. But let's connect to the higher energies of Capricorn in this full moon, which is about elevating consciousness. Capricorn is all the vertical structures that are about elevating awareness. And this is why Capricorn and Saturn are also the energy of our spine, that has to do with elevating the sexual, the kundalini, the vital energies from our lower centers into our higher centers, to raise our awareness, to raise our connection with the cosmos, with ourselves, to our higher selves. So it is a reminder to not go into the deep, dark holes of pessimism that we can tend to go to, but to go in there in order to extract something important and to elevate it upwards. So happy full moon in Capricorn. And if you have any questions, let me know in the comments. Also look at the houses that you have in Cancer and Capricorn at 8 degrees, because that can give you more information on what is moving through for you. Also the house you have in Leo, because now Jupiter is going into Leo and is going to be opposite Pluto. Pay attention to the third week of July, starting actually on the 15th, because the transpersonal planets are going to start doing exact transits, exact connections with each other. Uranus in Gemini trining Pluto in Aquarius and in sextile Neptune in Aries. These aspects are going to happen in the 4th degree of these signs, and Jupiter in the 4th degree of Leo is also going to join. So on the 22nd of July, this is going to become exact, where all these planets are going to have these conversations, and it's going to be intense, but it's also an opportunity to leap, to do like a leap of like a quantum leap in our lives. So it's good to start intentioning all of this with awareness in this moment. So yeah, happy full moon in Capricorn, and I'll see you in another video.